In the corrupted Sentinel system, you can look at the right here, and it says dissonant. So you know there's a corrupted Sentinel planet in the system. Makes it a lot easier to find stuff. And when you do find a system like that, you'll be able to tell if it has corrupted Sentinels just by saying corrupted Sentinels on the details. These purple crystals, all over the ground, all over the planet, give you Atlantidium. You can refine it into Pungium. They're not super useful except for some random materials you can find. These will drop either inverted mirrors like this, or they can also drop echolocators, which I will cover in a bit. I don't know if you noticed, but the new corrupted Sentinels can heal all the other Sentinels from like this new set, so keep an eye on them. These are the big beetle things. They can go invisible, they can jump at you, shoot fire, shoot bombs, you know, the whole 9 yards. Not very fun, they're not too bad. And these little rats are just annoying. They go invisible, they jump at you. When you get into half health, they blow you up. There's nothing to do here. And then when you get to like the wave 4 and wave 5, you get to spend like the last bit just hunting them down. They spawn one by one for a bit. Ignore my aim, holy crap. And whenever you kill these little guys, most of the time their combat supplies just fall through the ground. So keep that in mind if you like rely on combat supplies to stay alive. You can kind of see them in the background, those big crystals give you radiant shards, which are important for basically everything underneath the ships. After you clear all 5 waves, you send out a pulse that shows your dissonance spike. And you'll see what that is in a second. It's kind of similar to how completing off all waves of normal Sentinels will give you a tower, but instead you get a ship, like this. And then you have to get deep out of the way. You kind of take this, or just get rid of it. I get rid of salvage glass, and I take Pungium because free nanites. And that brain is important for this. You use the brain, and it takes you to a monolith where you have to just sit through a bit of dialogue. It's really not that tough to get this. Get the ship. Keep in mind, on top of needing the new brain, you also need 3 radiant shards, which I mentioned earlier. You can also use radiant shards for the fuel source for everything, except for the shield, I'm pretty sure, but maybe the shield does. I don't know, radiant shards are just great to stock up on. You also need 1 inverted mirror from one of those drills we saw earlier. And then of course the brain we're getting. This is the monolith, make sure you grab your words, because you can never have enough words. Unless you already have them all. Congratulations if you do. And you just hit through a bit of dialogue. And then you just give it the brain. And then you drop it on the ground, because clumsy, I guess. Now we're back here. You toss the brain in the ship. And then you get the new ship. You can take it for free, or you can exchange your current ship. Comes with anti-grav well instead of takeoff thrusters, light drive, or luminous engine for pulse engine, crimson core instead of hyperdrive, and shield instead of shield. And you also get a special photon cannon, but I don't think it does anything different. And you'll come with a random other weapon from my experience. I'm not going to take it because I don't like how it looks, but you know. He's thrown. And this is the echolocator. It will point out abandoned camps. And you need those for basically everything else. This is also where you unlock the backpack or jetpack customization. And it's off-world for some reason. I've never had that happen before. It's normally just on the same planet, but I guess not this time. Fun fact about the Sentinel ships, they can just hover in air at 0 units. I don't think I've done that, but, you know, fun fact, I guess. When you get to these, you'll want to grab these wheelbarrows, because they can give you some just fun items. I've got multi-tool expansion slots out of these, but I've only got like a handful. I normally just get like basic stuff. Free units, because you know, free unit, or free nans, I mean. Sorry. Don't know what these numbers are for, but you know. Numbers. I'll use this terminal, and it'll let you unlock the rest of everything. See, it's really easy math, but it's also really easy to mess up, evidently, because it takes me way too long to figure out that I did the math here wrong. What you do is you just do the simple math. It's, you know, it's 1, 9, 15, and those are what runes you have to use. And the runes are also labeled, so you don't have to like have them memorized or whatever. But for some reason, I'm like, oh, 2. Instead of 1, and I can't figure it out. I'm gonna leave that in here because, yeah.
Incoming storm.
If you do it the right way, it unlocks the terminal in the base, which lets you open up the multi-tool rack. And you can get one of 2 multi-tools. This time I got the rifle. I think this one actually looks kind of cool. It's a B class. I mean, it's whatever. And you can also find more starships from here. As far as I can tell, you can do it like indefinitely, but I've also only done it a couple of times from each camp. Here's the 2 multi-tools, by the way. They're all gonna look just like that. There's all different stats and different slots. And this is the new ship. You can see it's C-class. And looks very close to what we had earlier, as in identical. But the stats are different. For the Sentinel fight, all you really need to do is just get Sentinel activity and get your ship. After you hit 5 wanted, then they'll spawn the Dreadnought. And this thing's a pain in the neck and takes forever. Really all you can do is destroy the turrets so they don't kill you, and you just wail on it forever. I brought a ton of Star Shield batteries with me, just so I don't take ridiculous amount of time. So I could just grind up off of it. This is at a 10 times speed, and it still takes a while. But you just keep on going. I'd recommend not trying to start the fight from the atmosphere, because then it spawns like this and it just disappears when you're in the atmosphere, which is really annoying. But I was a little late to that. And now that's the percent. Let's get a look at it from further away while it's about to kerblam. Where the frick? There it is. And voila.
Hostile ships defeated.
An anticlimactic explosion. I mean, it's kind of cool, I guess. And you get a Dreadnought AI fragment, which you can use to find another interceptor. Unfortunately, that's all that you really get from this. So after a painstaking fight against the Sentinels, this is what you get if it'll there we go, if it'll let me land, I was gonna say.
Extreme hazard planet.
After your long drawn out fight against the Sentinels, you get the same ship you would have gotten if you just did it the normal way.
Radiation protection falling.
And grab these guys for nanites, and there's numbers of 4. I don't know what these are for still. But they probably have some sort of purpose, right? I hope. But yeah, looks familiar. It's basically the same ship as earlier, just has better stats. But you can find B class from like just the regular way. So there's not really a whole lot of merit to using dreadnoughts.
Radiation protection falling.
Have fun.